Everybody, it's Mr. D at In the Middle, Mr. D1blogspot.com, and it's day 3 of our school closings due to the coronavirus, and I'm going to continue to share what I'm doing to try to keep my kids, to give them the work that they need, to keep progress going. Again, at this point, nobody knows how long we'll be out of school, and I'm continuing to progress with the show that we have that's coming in May. I'm trying to do exactly what I would do in the classroom, the best that I can, reformulate that to put it into the Google Classroom. But one of the important things I did yesterday that I want to reiterate is that I resent all of the codes for Google Classroom to all the parents and the kids in their email and in Remind. I also resent a document that a student created for me, thank you Savannah Spires, back in October with images about how to get into the Google Classroom, step by step. She's created it back in the day, and I sent it out back then, but now everybody's on board, everybody's awake, everybody knows that digital learning is going to be a thing, and I think it could be a game changer. As a teacher, I felt some of these moments over my career when people, going forward, like in August when I say you need to be on the Google Classroom and hear the codes and you have till August 17th, they will actually listen next time. Even though we've used it throughout the year, I've not made it as much of a focal point. If a kid wasn't on the classroom, I wouldn't use class time for them to figure it out. I would just say, look, get with a partner and use it with the kid who's already in. Because I tell them we're not going to solve those issues in class. I provide tutoring time to solve those issues before school, but we're in class, we're there to learn and to use the Google Classroom, which we've done at least a dozen times this year. So anyway, everybody's awake and on board, and I think that's an important step if you have not done that sort of thing, if your kids are struggling with it. So today, for the assignments that I sent out, I'm continuing to work towards our show, which is scheduled for May 7th. I have no idea if we're even be back in school at that point. But I'm planning. I think the kids need it, I need it, and I'm being paid. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm doing a job for the kids. That's the most important. So I sent out 4 separate assignments today, and I'm going to read them here so I can make sure I'm clear. And the reason, they're all basically on the same thing. They're learning a song called Some Kind of Time from Dogfight. And it's a really hard section of the song. Like if I were at school, it would have been challenging for me to teach. It's hard rhythms. There's some hard harmonies. It breaks into 4-part harmony, and all my 300 kids are singing it like 7. If it's in 2 staves, and there might be 2 harmonies on the top staff, I had to break it down very clearly, on my assignments, step by step. And so that's why I put it in 4 assignments, because there's so many ways, especially a 6th grader could misunderstand what I'm doing. So the first assignment I sent out was to become familiar with the song. So I provided a recording of the measures we were going to work on that day, from measure 54 to 68, I believe it was. And so I was very clear. The objective in assignment 1, become familiar with this section of the song. Procedure, get out your sheet music for Some Kind of Time, which I'd already uploaded earlier in the week under materials, and I put that there, just a reminder. And then the second thing I said, play the video and follow along in your music. I played exactly the section we're going to work on. Listen to it over and over until you are comfortable with how it goes in general. That was assignment 1. Okay. And then assignment 2 was still on the same song. And, I made that very clear, Some Kind of Time, Dogfight. Objective now was learning where to follow the music because of the complexity of its layout for this particular song. So I was thinking like a 6th grader. So I said, same measure, 54 to 68. Open your sheet music to page 9. Go to measure 54. And then I made a video with me pointing to where they're going to go. So, and then, I hadn't showered, so it's a mess. So I didn't show me. I just showed the video and not me pointing to which line each group follows. And I just did it as we go. So they know where their notes and pitches were going to come from as I played it. So that was assignment number 2. And then assignment number 3, same song, but this time the objective is to learn the pitches and rhythms for the song for the same section, 54 to 68. Again, procedure, think like a 6th grader. Have your sheet music out, use the video below to slowly learn the pitches. And then I made the video super duper slow. Like I snapped my fingers, or you could use a metronome or whatever, and then I just played their parts. And a lot of it, at times, there's some words in this section that they've never heard of. There are people, cultural icons that are referred to in this section of the song that they're not going to have a clue about. I'm not even going to bother to teach that yet. They are home. They can sit and look and read, and figure out or ask their parents at this point. I just want to get the pitches and rhythms in them. And then I said, repeat it over and over until you're 100% confident with that. And then assignment 4 today was not related to that song. It was reviewing all of the songs I've listed. So I have like 3-4 different songs that we had worked on in class, either this week via virtual or before this week. And I told them the order to go, to sing the songs through, to make sure, because we need them to get memorized and all of that stuff. So those are the things that we did today, and that's how I presented them in my virtual assignments. I have no idea if this is going to be successful or unsuccessful at all, but I feel like it's the best way I can do it right now, and I want to keep serving my kids. All right, I hope you guys are doing some great things. Maybe you're not working on a show. Maybe you're working on some real easy virtual things, and you can share easy things to deliver, easier than probably what I'm doing. And that'd be great. Whatever is helping your kids learn is what you should do. Now, I'm having that Facebook Live today at 4, and I'm hoping you can come and share those ideas. I'm going to share mine there as well for people who maybe are on that platform and not this. And I'll keep sharing with you each day. I may skip Friday. I don't know. Like I have a friend coming in town. But I'm going to keep touching base via YouTube. Have a great day.